Shalom. Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kodash. Yahweh being the true powerful name of the Heavenly Father, which means He is. Yahweh Shai being the true name of His only begotten Son, which means He saves, the one who people in this world ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Rakah meaning holy, Kodash meaning spirit. I want to give double honors to the elder apostles of great millstone who rule well, and salutations of much love to the rest of you, sincere Aki, pushing the word in truth and sincerity. This is the cleric Azar coming at you with another lesson. And I'm not sure what I'm going to call this as of yet, but just another lesson on just the foolery of Babylon, especially when it comes to our women. And we know, if you ever want to know how a nation is doing, you just look at their women. But it also just shows you how the philosophies of Babylon have gone to the other continents and to the other nations, and how it's going to be a poisoning to these particular other nations and to their families, the morals and their values and things of that sort, as well as their culture and their heritage. Let me go ahead and play this particular scene so you understand what's happening. This was, of course, put on World Star, and it's a group of women. I'm not sure if they're Jake women, but the title of the video states that these are most likely Hamite women, most likely South African women. They're out in Atlanta having a good time. It looks like they're at some type of ethnic restaurant being served some ethnic food that I can't identify. But it's supposed to be karaoke night, and one of the girls who happens to have African garb on, she happens to get up and she's playing a song from Sexy Red. And if you're not familiar with Sexy Red, it's this new girl in hip hop, if you can call it that. And it's kind of raunchy, as we know. Female rap today is quite raunchy, and with explicit lyrics and so forth. But you can even see the people in the restaurant as they witness the song come on. They can even see, like, this is not the kind of spirit we should be in right now. We're just trying to have some food, and like, here we are in the restaurant, and we're hearing Sexy Red play Ski. All right. And if you don't know, Sexy Red, she's also the girl that came out with the Pound Town song. Okay, the whole my something's pink and my something else is brown. So if you haven't heard that yet, you can look it up on your own time. But let me go ahead and now play this video, give you an understanding of this is what we got to deal with here in Babylon. And this also shows you how other nations and other countries are going to pretty soon get pretty upset with the juice of Babylon and the this golden cup. Okay, let me go ahead and play this here.
We were eating at X Cafe in Atlanta, and this happened.
Now I'll be singing my favorite song. Yes, sir. So when I say it, you say ski. Amen. Hey, let's go. What? Ah, Sexy Red.
It was supposed to be karaoke night.
Hey. 1, 2, 3, let's go.
What is going on?
I can't make this up. Sexy Red is really taking over.
So, you see that? That's like I tell you, boy. And also just shows you how different you Jake women are compared to you Hamite women. It's like I just could tell just by the way she's like singing and moving around that and she's definitely Ham. All right. And just the way she's rapping. But the scripture I was bringing out was from Jeremiah 51 verse 7. I'm going to bring it out in the KJV, and I'm also going to read the NLT. Okay, and the KJV states as such: Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, and made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore the nations are mad. Okay. And the New Living Translation reads as such: Babylon has been a gold cup in the Lord's hand, a cup that made the whole earth drunk. See, all these philosophies came from America. Okay. These so-called small hats are behind these recording companies, and they're actually forwarding the agenda for our people to be destroyed. These are the same people that came and were behind the gangster rap era of the late 80s, early 90s. Look at all the people that were killed and destroyed from the result of that. I remember a DJ by the name of DJ Action for Ghetto Boys. He left the Ghetto Boys after the second album because he ran into some Jake who told him, "Hey man, I'm driving around killing people listening to your music." He had to stop doing it. He's like, "Wow, I didn't make the music for you to go out and kill people." You know, he's like, "I'm driving around shooting at people, listening." Like, wow, you know. So this is where this is why this music was designed for that. Same thing for these music lyrics for these women of today. You know, be a whore, be raunchy, be irresponsible. Sexy Red is like all the above. Okay. NLT, let me read this again. Babylon had been a gold cup in the Lord's hand, a cup that made the whole earth drunk. The nations drank Babylon's wine, and it drove them all mad. Okay, now see, when you go into the book of Revelations, we're going to read the 14th chapter, verse 8. All right, this is the end right here. This is where it's coming from. It shows you what happens when this kind of immorality goes to other nations, and they're not playing that. Okay. Revelations 14:8. Then a second angel followed, saying, "Fallen, fallen is Babylon the Great, who has made all the nations drink the wine of the passion of her immorality." You see? Immorality. Okay? Because all the other nations in the countries, they don't go into this kind of stuff, you know. There's other nations and countries that are mad at seeing twerking and stuff. And keep in mind, when twerking first started, like in Africa and stuff, it wasn't for just dancing just to any old music. It was actually for different purposes as it relates to nature and procreation and things of that sort. Okay, Revelation 17:4, and this talks about the that same golden cup, the woman that was dressed in purple and scarlet and adorned with gold and precious stones and pearls. She held in her hand a golden cup full of abominations and the impurities of her sexual immorality. You see that? That's Revelation 17:4. And Revelation 18:3, all the nations have drunk the wine of the passion of her immorality. The kings of the earth were immoral with her, and the merchants of the earth have grown wealthy from the extravagance of her luxury. So from with all this that's been going on with just immorality in this music for the past several years. Oh my goodness, I want to say maybe like 30 years. And in some form, in the other different genres of music, they have different agendas as well. But for this, you know, this is what I'm talking about, man. This is like even some of the average people, these girls at the table, you know, they were kind of surprised to hear, you know, the South African girl come up and start singing some Sexy Red. You know, it gets to a point where sometimes you go out and you get away from the folly of the world because you're just not in the mood for it. And then you go someplace and, you know, they probably want to have a nice wholesome meal. And next thing you know, you hear some Sexy Red come over the speakers, you know, during karaoke night. You know, I thought karaoke is actually for singing, but, you know, karaoke is also used for rapping too, I guess. Okay. But this is why we're coming to the end of this thing. Let me see if I got anything else, any scriptures here that's cross-referenced. I think that's all. Yeah, but yeah, there's some good scriptures there. Starts off with Jeremiah 51, of course, Revelation 14, Revelation 17, Revelation 18. Okay, this is that philosophy, and you know, I remember when I was down in Colombia with my ex, and she's Colombian, she's Afro-Latina, and you know, and they can find little things in America, and they would like turn their head at it. And it's like, nah, okay, maybe that we're not gonna do, or that's kind of crazy. And they'll ask me like, you know, wow, girls in America really do that, and you know, and I gotta say, yeah, you know, it's really crazy in America. You know, this is Babylon the Great. This is that the place of confusion. All right, and this place is quite bitter and needs to be destroyed. All right, so women can come back to being moral again, and have some type of morality status and some type of behavior, some type of accountability. You know, it'd be nice to have women have some type of accountability because they don't have accountability now. Okay, all right, but it's interesting. You know, it's like these things are going to continue to happen until the end. All right. Because just like the scriptures say, like the marriage, and roughly paraphrasing, people giving them marriage, and just like the days of Noah, right before the flood. Let me get that real quick. Close it out on that. And this is, I want to say this. This should be Yahushua words as well. What happened here? Bear with me. I'm sorry. Slakia. Oh. I know I did wrong. Bear with me here. All right. Let's do Luke 17. We'll start at verse 26. And as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. They did eat, they drank. That's what they're doing right here, they're eating and drinking. They married wives. They were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all. Likewise, also as it was in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they builded. But in the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, and rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed. Okay. All right, so that's what we're approaching, vastly approaching. It's getting really bad. It's getting really bad out here, boy, for these women. And these women starting to feel it too, because they know how raunchy and nasty this stuff is. And it's getting to the point where they just think it's part of their culture, and it's not. Because you blacks, Native Americans, Latinos are going to learn real soon. Hey, you're the children of Israel, the lost tribes of Israel. Okay. But I'm going to end it on that. Just wanted to bring that out. I saw this and I was like, oh my goodness, just watching the Hamite dance and sing like that. It's just something. All right. But Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, who gives me the strength of the spirit to continue to strive and endure these last days. Shalom to the hopeful elect. And on to the next video.